In this lesson, I'm going to be going over why Microsoft Excel is really, really important in finance. Now, if you are going to be getting ready for a career in finance and you want to get certified in something or you want to learn something outside of school, it's going to be Microsoft Excel. This is very crucial for every entry level finance job. You will have to use Microsoft Excel to a certain degree. Now, if you are a financial analyst, you're going to be using this every day pretty much, right? Because that is where you analyze data. Now, you might have, maybe be pulling data from an Oracle database or Salesforce, but in order to analyze that data, to clean up that data, you're going to have to export it to Microsoft Excel. Okay, so this is the most important skill you need in finance, and for almost every entry level position, you will have to be able to use Microsoft Excel. You can't even imagine how many people do not know how to use Microsoft Excel, right? Some of the interviews that I'm seeing these days is you're gonna get interviewers asking you, do you know how to use pivot tables, right? Give me an example of when you've used a pivot table, or do you know how to do a VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP? Do you know how? They're gonna be asking you these questions because this is a skill that a lot of graduating professionals don't have, or even professionals that just never had the time to learn how to use that. They're going to be asking the new analyst, do you know how to use Microsoft Excel? You could go to any finance job, you are going to see that Microsoft Excel is used heavily. It's used to create financial statements. It's used to analyze financial statements. It's used to clean up data. Microsoft Excel is the cornerstone of our financial system. Even huge companies use Microsoft Excel. It's very, very crucial. So that is the skill you need. Whether you want to get a certification on how to use Microsoft Excel, or you just want to practice, you can learn how to do that on you can find courses on Udemy where you will learn how to use Microsoft Excel, or you can go on YouTube and you can learn how to use Microsoft Excel. Now, it's one thing learning how to do it. I took a class in college, that was teaching us how to use Microsoft Excel, but it's one thing to learn and know how to do something in your head, but actually doing it is a different story. So you need to practice. You need to practice, practice, practice. If you learned how to use VLOOKUPs, go ahead and practice. You can find some simple data online that you can practice, how to use VLOOKUPs, how to use how to do pivot tables. You can just practice those skills because, you don't want to be the person that freezes on the job. They're like, hey, we need to do a VLOOKUP that does this, right? And you're like, do I remember how to do this? You want to be the person that's been practicing, the person where it's just second nature to you, right? So using Microsoft Excel is a big skill in finance, especially those entry level positions. Now, as you move up the corporate ladder, right, you're not going to use Microsoft Excel as much as an entry level analyst. Now you are a decision maker, right? You are a person who can teach other people how to do it. You're not going to have to do it on your own. But as that entry level position, you have to have Microsoft Excel. It's going to put you above everyone else. It's going to give you a competitive edge, above everyone else. I've seen people hired because they had Microsoft Excel skills, but maybe they didn't have as high of a GPA. But that's because you're looking for people that you do not have to train on how to use Microsoft Excel. If you get someone who already knows how to use it, you don't have to train them, right? So that is pretty much it for this lesson. I just wanted to express how Microsoft Excel is important, how important it is in finance. It is very important. This is, one of the technical skills that's required. That's universal in almost every finance position, entry level position. So I'll see you guys on the next lesson.